In Christmas Bloody Christmas, it's Christmas Eve and fiery record store owner Tori Toombs just wants to get drunk and party until the robotic Santa Claus at a nearby toy store goes haywire and makes her night more than a little complicated. The robotic Saint Nick embarks on a rampant killing spree through the neon-drenched snowscape, ultimately forcing Tori into a blood-spattered battle for survival. The film was written and directed by Joe Begos, and he gets a tip of the hat from me because he proves that what makes a great movie isn't the amount of money that's put into it, it's the heart and soul and passion from everyone on set, and it really shows on screen. If you call yourself a film fan or a horror fan, or better yet, an ultra cinematic fanatic, you need to do yourself a favor and find a select theater that's playing this movie, or download the Shudder TV app and stream this movie from the comfort of your own home. Because there's a ton here for horror fans to feast their eyes on, from the beautifully lit locations that are enhanced by being shot on 16mm film to the absolutely brutal kills in the movie. Also, I have to commend the creativity that went into both, whether you had a classy cutaway for a specific death in one scene, but then giving you all the gory goodness in the next couple of kills, because trust me, there are a lot of deaths in this movie, from splitting someone apart with an axe to curb stomping someone on a flight of stairs. It's all really good, and really there's just a nice balance of cool kills, but there's also suspense and dread and real terror leading up to or in between said kills. And like I said, with the cinematography, it's just such a pretty movie to look at. There's just, a lot of aesthetically pleasing stuff in this film. But the biggest surprise to me is actually the cast. Riley Dandy and Sam Delick are two fantastic leads as Tori and Robbie. They've got great chemistry with one another, and both breathe so much life into their characters that as a viewer you feel like they're just living their regular lives, and we just so happen to be getting a glimpse into that before shit hits the fan. And when it does and the terror ramps up, you really don't want anything bad to happen to Tori and Robbie because they're just so likable. And that's all thanks to a strong script, great direction and communication from the director, and of course the talent of the actors. And finally, for the actual antagonist of the story, the robotic killer Santa Claus, this dude was incredibly intimidating. I loved the robotic hulking noises they added in anytime he was on the move. Everything about his presentation was nailed down to the T. He even walked with a purpose, and there was always a sense of dread anytime you knew he was potentially after one of his victims. I mean, there's a brilliant moment in the movie where a couple of characters have just been murdered by the robot Santa, and we see that he's got his eyes locked on two other characters who are drunkenly walking and talking to their vehicle, and it's just this one take shot that hangs on these two characters who are being so nonchalant and not in a hurry at all, because of course they have no reason to be, but as the audience, you know there's a killer Santa walking up to them, and at any second he could walk into frame and kill them, and that just creates so much tension without having to do anything crazy on screen. That's filmmaking at its best, and another reason you should definitely give this movie a watch, and hopefully come back and let me know your thoughts as well. But until next time, this has been Melanie Movies, and I will see you all very soon.